Assalamu alaikum everyone. In this lecture, we will discuss some basics of research, which is typically used in MPhil research, PhD research, or sometimes uh, final semesters of BS, where some research projects they are offered. So, first of all, let us define what is research. There are various definitions, different definitions of research. They are given, proposed by different writers, educationists, even scientists. But in simple terms, we can say, for instance, if you are attending a class and in the class someone comes, some someone from clerical staff, someone from like anyone from administration or any other teacher. Your class is going on, he knocks the door, takes permission from the teacher, and he says that I want to make an announcement. And he comes inside the classroom and he announces that tomorrow is off or tomorrow is holiday, and he goes back. Then what happens, everyone is surprised that yes, the students will be definitely be happy that tomorrow is off, but everyone will be having something in the mind that automatically everyone will start thinking that what is going to happen tomorrow, why is he said tomorrow is off. So this is one thing which will give information. The second one is the same man comes into the classroom and he says that tomorrow there is some national day or some event in the institute, some guests are coming or some politicians are coming or someone a VIP is coming here or some other inauguration is going on. So any for any specific reason, he says that due to that specific reason, the institute is pleased to announce that tomorrow will be off due to these certain reasons. Now, just to make a comparison between two types of information which you have received, a man enters into the classroom and he says that tomorrow is off and he goes back and leaving lot of questions in your mind. But at the same time, another man or the same man comes and he explains each and everything that why tomorrow is off. Then there is no question left in your mind. So, when there is no question left in your mind, that complete detail of something is given, complete detail of something is given, that is called research. If you are a good researcher, you will touch each and every aspect of your topic, of your title, of your to find out the answers of your research questions. And if you are not a good researcher, definitely you will give slight information and then you will move on. But one thing I must mention here, that if you are a good researcher, it doesn't mean that your research does not invite or evoke some questions. Definitely there will be questions, and the other researchers will definitely follow it and they will be doing it, but you have to give complete information having each and every aspect, so the reader must not be confused what you are going to say. This is called research when everything is clear. So in research, typically there are two major types of research. One is quantitative and one is qualitative, and one is the third one is mixed method. In Pakistan, mostly quantitative research is used. Qualitative is very rarely used. Quantitative is kind of, you can say, a questionnaire which you get filled from the students, and you simply count the number of the participants, students or participants or whatsoever your population is. You simply distribute the your questionnaire, you get the responses, and you get it analyzed on computer software, SPSS, or some other software, or sometimes manually. Most of the times, remember one thing, that quantitative research is based on numbers. Numbers are more important in quantitative research because we have to consider 100, 200, 1000, 2000 participants. Going above 100, 200, 300, 400, definitely such a huge type of data and research, if we start doing it at a qualitative basis, definitely it will not be possible and it will take a lot of time. And that is why quantitative research saves time. Secondly, quantitative research is based on numbers, and quantitative research somehow gives precise data. As far as the data is concerned, that is quite precise in quantitative, and it's to apply quantitative research is more easy for the researchers as compared to apply qualitative research in their thesis or some surveys, or these surveys which are conducted by some NGOs. So their focus is always on quantitative research. And one more important factor about importance of quantitative research is it is easy to analyze. Its analysis is quite easy because few numbers are given, and you can easily uh, make get a frequency test, you can get a percentage test from those quantitative numbers. As far as qualitative research is concerned, on the other hand, it is based on descriptive answers. For example, if you ask a participant that I like to watch TV programs, this is your statement, and there are five options given: agree, disagree, strongly disagree, or strongly agree, and then neutral. So he has only the limited five options to tick only one. Now, what is in his mind, he cannot write there. This is called quantitative research. But at the same time, when you write a question that what do you think about watching TV programs, English TV programs, then he will start writing like an essay, a paragraph. So he writes all the things which are in his mind, whatever he thinks about it. This is called qualitative research. In qualitative research, your participant is not limited to some instructions which have been given by you. You means researcher. In quantitative, you simply bound your researcher, your participant, to tick only one. But in qualitative, you give free hand to your researcher, your participant, and he can write everything whatever he likes. Sometimes you may expect that this answer will be given by the participant, and sometimes the answer may be quite contradictory to your thoughts, because when you have asked a question and the other person has been asked to write the answer, when he is writing an answer, it may be according to your mind, it may be contrary to your mind. So qualitative research means writing some paragraph. When you write a question and your participant is writing a paragraph, two, three, four, five sentences. And quantitative means your participant only take only one. He agrees, he disagrees, but he does not write anything from his own. So quantitative is based on numbers. Numbers are also important in qualitative, but qualitative research, because it is based on some descriptive writings. So at large surveys, when we talk about to collect data from 1000, from 100,000 people, from 1500, definitely it is not possible to collect some qualitative data. So when we are doing research, large data, they are collected through quantitative research, and small data, they are small, not data, only data. So small data is collected by qualitative research. And mixed method research means where quantitative and qualitative both are mixed. You ask a question where you give only opportunity yes or no, or you give a agree, disagree, strongly agree, and neutral. So you are giving only five limited options, and then you are writing a question and you are asking your participants to write a complete answer. So this is called a mixed method research. So this is all about research. I'm just giving you an overview of it so you can easily memorize what actually quantitative is, what actually qualitative and mixed method. Now the question is, which research is better? Quantitative is better, qualitative is better, or mixed method is better? So remember one thing: Every type of research is better, but it depends upon your research questions, it depends upon your hypothesis, that what actually you are going to study, what actually you are going to discuss. So if it is suitable to your research, that you want to collect data about some large surveys, you think that uh, your population is too large, so you have to quantitative research would be better, you can apply a better tests over it, and you can get reliable results according to your research questions, then definitely you will apply quantitative. And if you think that qualitative is important according to your research, then qualitative will be applied. And if the researcher believes that quantitative and qualitative mixed would give more accurate results according to his research questions, then definitely he will take the mixed method research. So it all depends upon your topic, about your hypothesis, about your research question, that what actually you are going to research, that defines which kind of method you will apply. So all the methods of research, they are equally important. We cannot say one is more important and one is less important. Then writing a research proposal, or analyzing data analysis, or writing a research proposal, you can say, first of all, you have to select your topic, and the topic should be very precise, and you have to make a kind of an overall view of your research, that what kind of things you are going to do. Initially start thinking about random topics, then selecting a good topic, then start thinking about its hypothesis, then start thinking about research objectives and research questions. Second one is in data analysis, we talk about the population. Population here means the participants. Like you are a researcher, and how many participants will take part in your research? You have 50, 100, 200, 300. Who will be those participants? Males or females or mixed? And at what level of studies they would be? Like, are they school students, college students, or university students, or they are teachers, or they are some other professionals? So whatever the people, those who will give answers to your research questionnaire or your interview, or whatever the tool you are using, they will be called your participants. Then the sample means the number of the participants, that how many, how the sample would be 500 participants, 1000 participants, or 1500 participants, or 50 participants, or only 20 participants. So it all depends upon the researcher, and this is called sampling. Then and sample is always random and cluster. Random is simple random sampling, that you simply select 100, 200 students, that I will distribute my questionnaire to 200 students, and they will answer me. So it will be a mixed kind of, some females are there, some males are there. So you simply get some response about your questionnaire or about your interview. But as far as cluster is concerned, cluster is made in large surveys, where data is collected from more than 100,000, from millions of peoples. These NGOs and large survey data companies, they collect such data. And for large data, we have to make some clusters. So analysis tools, when we have collected data, we analyze it, and SPSS is a software used in computer to analyze data. Quantitative, for quantitative data, SPSS is used, and qualitative data is mostly analyzed manually. So techniques, various techniques are used, different techniques. You can use your interview, taking interview from the participants, you can distribute your questionnaire to the participants. So techniques vary from researcher to researcher, according to the research questions and the hypothesis, and according to the research topic also. So the next thing in research is very important, which is we call variables. Variable and factor, they are always confusing. Like in variables, we say age, gender, income, they are the variables. Variable is something like you are collecting data from 100 students. Now you say that you are going to collect data from 100 students, and all those 100 students should be from BS English department, from any university, or from any semester. Now you will at the top of your questionnaire, you will write one column, one box, age is given there. So definitely, every student will write his age, his or her age. Then gender is given there. It will be variable, like few are males and few are females. Then income of parental income or income of the students, definitely it can never be static. It is, one student is saying that 100,000, the other is saying 150,000, one is saying 10,000, one is saying 50,000. So it keeps changing from person to person. Few things they keep changing, this is called variable. And variable itself means variation, like there are some changes they are occurring, it is not static, it is not kind of constant, it is always changing. Then we have country of birth. Definitely if we are asking from multinational students, you can say, or students, people who belong to different nationalities, so everyone will be having a different place of birth, country of birth. So country of birth may confuse you, you can say that the place of birth. In Pakistan, if you are collecting data, if you are in a university and you ask the students that what is your place of birth, definitely they will be belonging to different colonies, different cities, different villages. So they are, we cannot get the same answer from the students. When we cannot get same answer about something similar from everyone, that is called a variable. Then the factor always remains something which is static and which remains the same, like not remains the same, but you can say that it is somehow which is not changing from person to person. For example, in this area of Punjab, this Rahim Yar Khan, Bahawalpur, Multan area, it's two hot areas. In summer it's really very hot, sometimes temperature goes up to 47, 48 degrees. So when we talk about these areas, we cannot say that one person would say that yes it is 48 degrees centigrade and the other person living in another house says no it is 47 degrees centigrade. No, it will remain 48 degrees centigrade. These are called factors. Language is also a factor, like mother tongue, which cannot be changed. Then writing in research proposals, we say problem statement, that you define, you actually raise the points that what kind of things which came into your mind, and that you started this typical kind of research, whatever the research topic you have chosen. So you write a statement which actually you can say that that will determine that what you are going to do in your research, what will be the kind of research questions you will be having. Then we have forming hypothesis, that you create hypothesis of your research, where you actually come to know that why have you decided to conduct research on this particular topic, whatever the topic you have chosen. And you will also mention that what things were in your mind, what things are in your mind, and what you are going to do next. Then we have analysis of data. As I told you earlier, analysis of data is always done through SPSS and sometimes it is done manually. And there is data is having two types, one is primary data and one is secondary data. So data collection means like you are collecting data from the participants. Your participants can be students, they can be teachers, they can be professionals, they can be any kind of individuals living in a society. So whatever they are, how many people you have approached and how many people they have responded to your research tool, like interview or like questionnaire, so that will be called data collection. So primary data means the data which you have collected already, the researcher who is collecting the first hand data, it is called the first hand data which is collected by the researcher. Then we have again population sampling, that I have already discussed. Then the random sampling and cluster sampling. Simple random sampling means that simply you distribute your data. For example, I enter into a class, there are 60 students sitting, and I am just, without considering that how many males are sitting, how many females are sitting, who is intelligent, who is not intelligent, whose CGPA is percentage is better in exams, whose percentage is not better in exam. So I simply distribute my questionnaire to everyone and I collect data. This is called simple random sampling, and this is always done at a smaller level of collecting data, small level, like 100 students, 200, 500, 2000, 3000, maximum 5000. But when you exceed from 5000, definitely then it will be cluster sampling. Cluster sampling means that you distribute your number of participants. You make clusters of your participants, like 3000 from one city, 3000 from other, 5000 from other, 10,000 from other. In this way, some clusters are made. So this is all about um, a simple overview of the research which I have given to you. But as far as writing a research proposal is concerned, first of all, you will write its introduction, giving some references of the researchers who have already done research, and that references you can take from different research articles, research books, research articles which are available on internet. And then you will write its literature review, a small literature review, where you will mention 20 to 25 writers. They are I think they are more than enough, so you will write there. And then after that there is your hypothesis, and then research objectives, that what kind of objectives you have in your mind, what you want to actually achieve from this research. And after research objectives there will be research questions, and after research questions there will be your like before research question there will be problem statement, and after research questions you will be writing about your research methodology, that what kind of methodology you are going to adopt to conclude this research. And mostly your research proposal, it carries, or it you can say ranges from 1 to 10 pages. I think 10 to 12 pages are more than enough to write a good research proposal. So the number of pages, they can be increased, they can be increased or decreased, but mostly 10 to 12 pages are more than enough. So thank you everyone.